Hi, it's August 1st actually, 1:44. Just taping a couple videos from a while ago. This was on Monday, August 30th, and we were leaving Killarney and heading over to the Cliffs of Moher. And you'll see us getting on a ferry, which was crazy because we were on the bus and the bus pulls right into the ferry. Not something I was expecting. Just thought I would take this just to see. We had 3 buses on the ferry, actually, I think a few more than that. And the ferry ride was about a 20-minute ride. And then we just pulled the bus off and headed our way to the Cliffs of Moher. This is probably one of my favorite days for scenery. We're in, let's see, southwest Ireland, and definitely an area with lots of rocks and beautiful scenery and hills. So once we're across the water here, we start to encounter some roads that are a lot smaller than what we're used to. Coming up in a scene here, you'll see the bus, and I want you to notice the white line. We're pretty much straddling that white line, and then when a car comes by, the bus really dominates the road, so most of the cars would stop or either slow down, let us get by. And a lot of people not feeling really good after this one. Stomachs weren't feeling great. But here we are at the Cliffs of Moher, breathtaking view. I'll just kind of let you take it in as we pan across this.
Yeah. You see like those people are walking, and they seem to be a lot closer to the cliff.
So something different from the time that other people had already been over here, they put up barriers so that people didn't get hurt or fall off. I guess some tourists had been blown off when there were high winds. But where you see Rita right now, that's where you can go on private property. And there's Pauline. And we have crossed over into the private property where you don't have any barriers. So there's Rita standing on the cliff. Pauline was in the background there, kind of freaking out, telling her to get back, get back, get back. But you can see that's a really big drop. Way off in the distance on that hill was a tower, a watchtower. And what I thought was kind of odd was just, here's all these tourists, and then there's just this random field of cows just watching everybody. You can see the tour buses all in the back there. But I would say Cliffs of Moher is definitely something that to see for real is just amazing. After we left the Cliffs of Moher, we headed into a little tiny town called Doolin. I guess it's supposed to have great Irish music at night, but it's a really tiny town. We were just there for lunch. We stopped at that pub there, McCann's Pub, and you can see it's really not much bigger than Imogene. The food, I think most of the group rated the fish and chips there as the best that they had on the whole trip. So a great place for that. And I know that that's a place that a few people have stopped in and had a really good time for such a small town to be in. After Doolin, we headed into Galway, and you see us approaching the Galway horse races. This is pretty much their Kentucky Derby of horse races. Irish horse racing is really huge. You can see there are 2 grandstands. We were showing up on the very first day. This is Monday, and so there were not very many people there, but still a really large crowd. We tried to dress in our finest. It's really big for women there to dress up, have hats or what they call fascinators, like a little headband thing like you see Becca wearing that kind of looks like a hat, but not really quite a hat. It was a really fun. Some of us went back on Wednesday, and then Thursday we didn't go, but the girls are supposed to have their hat day where there's contests for the best hats. So this is everybody walking in. Some of the gentlemen even bought sports jackets for the races while they were in Galway.
You're stuck in it.
Or actually, they bought the sports jackets in, I think, Killarney, just to prepare. We didn't have much time in Galway before the races. Oh, there's George saying hi, Mom.
That looks good, Rita.
I don't know if you could tell, but I won that race. Both Becca and I won that, and Patty won that also. Great race, but I wanted to show you a little bit something that's different than what we have in the United States. These are the bookies. So you can bet with the bookies or you can bet with the Tote, which is the Irish Gambling Association. Just kind of something old-fashioned and different. After the Galway races, we went back to our hotel and then came out for the night for some dinner and drinks. And lo and behold, George pulled himself up to the stage again. I'll let you enjoy.